Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to study adjectives in grammar. Our next word class is the adjective. First of all, a simple definition. The adjective is a describing word. It is a word that describes, and description or describing means giving some explanation, giving some detail. So it is a word that describes, that shows the attribute, and this description shows the attribute. Attribute, as I have written in the brackets, attribute means something that shows quality, that shows relation, that exhibits or displays association. So an adjective basically describes a quality, a relation, or an association of the noun or pronoun. And if you want to know which word in a sentence is adjective, you may ask these questions. Regarding noun or pronoun, you may ask these questions: what type, or which one, or whose. Normally, the answers to these questions will indicate the adjective. For example, if I say there was a green carpet, there was a green carpet. Now, you may ask the question, what type of carpet? Green. The answer is green. Which type of carpet? Green. Right? My left hand. My left hand. Now, my shows whose. So, my is an adjective here. Left in this case is the part of a compound noun. Left hand is a compound noun. A happy person. What type of person? Happy. So in that way, you may determine which word is the adjective. So these are some of the adjectives that I have given here. Next, types of adjective in English. Now, adjectives may also be divided into different types. English adjectives are divided into two types. Basically, there are two types: qualitative and relative. Qualitative adjectives are there as well as relative adjectives. Qualitative adjectives indicate the quality of the subject, as the word qualitative is derived from quality. So qualitative adjectives are the words or the adjectives that show, that indicate the quality of the subject. For example, soft, dark, long. Now they are qualitative adjectives. Unlike relative ones, they can be expressed to a greater or lesser degree and therefore have degrees of comparison. Now, qualitative adjectives have degrees of comparison. As you know, adjectives have 3 degrees. Simply we say first degree, second degree, or third degree. And in grammar, we say positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. So, qualitative adjectives generally have these degrees because they may be expressed to a greater or lesser degree. For example, soft, from soft, softer and softest. From dark, darker and darkest. From long, longer and longest. These are degrees of these adjectives. Softer, darker and longer are comparative degrees, and softest, darkest and longest are superlative degrees, whereas soft, dark and long themselves are positive degrees. from qualitative adjective, it is often possible to form the corresponding abstract nouns. Now, most of the abstract nouns are derived from qualitative adjectives. There are certain suffixes which are used to make a qualitative adjective into an abstract noun. For example, softness. When you add this suffix ness, soft becomes softness, dark becomes darkness, and darkness and softness are abstract nouns. Then there are relative adjectives. Relative adjective describe the qualities of an object through its relation to. Now, relative is derived from relation. So, relative adjectives basically show relation. They show qualities of relation. What type of relation? Then there are further types, further classes. For example, they show the relation to the material, of which material something is made. For example, from wood, wood is a noun, so the adjective is wooden. Water, water is a noun, adjective is watery. Gold, golden. So when we say a wooden chair, so we mean that the chair is made of wood. Watery eyes which have water, which have tears. Golden opportunity, an opportunity that is very important, that is very shining and brilliant. So similarly, they may show relation to place. We say eastern, east is noun and eastern is its adjective. Pakistan is a noun and Pakistani is its adjective. Asia is a noun and Asian is adjective. So these adjectives are derived from nouns and they show relation to place. We say a Pakistani person, a Pakistani citizen, so it means a citizen who belongs to Pakistan. An Asian festival, a festival which is celebrated in Asia. Similarly, relative adjectives may show relation to time. For example, from day, daily, from month, monthly. A daily exercise, a monthly magazine. They may also show relationship, personal relationship, our relationship with other persons. For example, from mother, motherly, parent, parental, slave, slavish. So these show relation with other person. Then other association may also be expressed through relative adjectives. For example, from office, official, from heaven, heavenly. Now these are relative adjectives. So qualitative adjective and relative adjectives. Well, next, English adjective order. If you are to use many adjectives in a sentence, in which order, in which sequence, in which arrangement you are to put them. So here a certain word of advice is for you. If you need to use several adjectives, if you need many adjectives in front of a noun, before a noun, preferably no more than 3. And actually, when we make a sentence, the sentence may become quite awkward if we use many adjectives before a noun. So at the maximum, we may use 3 adjectives comfortably. If we put more than 3 adjectives, the sentence may become cumbersome, difficult to understand. So when you have 2, 3, 4 adjectives to be used before a noun, then in order for them to sound natural, so to put them in a natural way before the noun is given here, they must follow this order. For example, first of all, if there is an article or other identifier or qualifier, you know, the, and these are called articles. His are identifiers. Ali's is a qualifier. These are the words which show possession. His are Ali's. These show possession. They are called identifier and qualifier, whereas the, and are articles. So first of all, we use these words if they are present there. Then evaluation or opinion. What our estimation, what our opinion, what our evaluation of that thing or that person is. How do we view that person or thing? Whether we find it good or bad or terrible or nice or other such expressions. So after the article or qualifier, etc., we put the words which show our own opinion, our own evaluation. Then the adjectives related to size may be put there. Large, little, tiny. Those adjectives may be put there. Then if age is indicated, new, young, old type adjective, they may be put there. Then if there are adjectives describing shapes, square, round, etc., so we may put on the fifth place, we may put these adjectives. Then adjectives related to color. Then adjectives related to origin, related to relation to place. French, lunar. Lunar means related to moon. American, Eastern, Greek. Similarly, material, of which material that thing is made. Wooden, metal, cotton, paper. And then state or purpose or use. The condition of that noun, the purpose of that noun, the function of that noun, or the use of that noun. For example, sleeping, stolen. So now certain of the adjectives related to these 9 classes have been used in proper order in the given sentences. In the given expression rather, they are not full sentences. An intelligent young Pakistani student. Now we have used 1, 2, 3, 4 adjectives in this expression. Student is a noun, and before this noun we have put these 4 adjectives. In which order? In this order. First of all, we have used an, which is an article. Then we have used an adjective that shows evaluation or opinion. That's our own opinion. Intelligent, so it's our opinion. Then young, it shows age. Then Pakistani, it shows origin. Then the next expression, a huge round metal bowl. Here again 4 adjectives are used. A is an article, huge shows size, round shows shape, and metal shows material. The mountaineer's small red sleeping bag. The is article, mountaineers is qualifier, small is size, and red is color. And sleeping bag, if we take sleeping as an adjective, it is the adjective that shows purpose, that shows its function. Otherwise, we may say that sleeping bag is a compound noun. If we are using it as a compound noun, then sleeping becomes a part of this compound noun. And sometimes to show that compound noun, we may put a hyphen between sleeping and bag. So we may describe the word sleeping in both ways. Sleeping may be the part of compound noun, or it may be an adjective, and as adjective it is the adjective related to purpose or use or function. So that's our discussion on adjectives. Inshallah, in our next lecture, we'll be discussing verbs. Thank you very much.